primal strength. Ain't nobody man enough to feel the pain. And you can be next. You better give respect, cause ain't nobody.
Welcome back to Raw and Uncut, not the podcast. Wait, wrong intro. Welcome back to Raw and Uncut podcast. Take two, goddammit. Welcome back to Raw and Uncut podcast, episode 6, part number 1 from a WWE Monday Night Raw review for August 15, 2016. For our opportunity review. Sorry about last week, but didn't give you a SmackDown Live review or Cruiserweight Classic and NXT review. I meant to. I did review those shows, but they were going up pretty fucking late. And thing is, I watched SmackDown late, and then I ended up reviewing that along with Cruiserweight Classic and SmackDown in the same video. Video ended up being 45 minutes, and I tried to upload it, but the shit just would not upload it. I tried like 8 or 9 different times for 6.5 hours. The first 2 hours that it took to try to upload the video, the highest percentage that it went up to was 45% in 2 hours. 2 hours, man. That's how long it takes to upload my video sometimes. 2 hours. But for 45 minutes, I wouldn't be surprised if it did take 2 hours to upload. I mean, I could upload a 30-minute video and that shit would upload in 20 minutes. That's how long it took to upload the first podcast, part 1 of episode 5. Anyway, that's what we're gonna know there. Tell you what, this week I'm gonna give you a treat. Tonight you get the Raw review, tomorrow you get the SmackDown review. But in the SmackDown review, right after the SmackDown review, it'll go about 10 minutes, maybe even less. In the same video, right after I review SmackDown, I'm gonna give you a SummerSlam review. And then for Wednesday, I'm gonna get Cruiserweight Classic review first. I usually do NXT first and then the Cruiserweight Classic because Cruiserweight Classic is better. You know, less matches, more time, and they do it the right way. They just pile a bunch of shit on NXT. I'm not saying that it's bad. It's just too much shit on NXT to be taken note of, man. Short ass matches, like a minute. Some of them are a minute, and then some of them are 3 minutes. Like they're just 1 to 3 minutes long. That's not good for NXT, man. Just piling a whole bunch of shit on one show, an hour-long show at that. No, you're better off just having 3 or 4 matches with just a couple of promos, man. That's how you do an hour show. And they proved that time and time again on the Cruiserweight Classic. This time, no promos, just all matches. And they all get damn near 20 minutes, man. And I love it. But I'm going to review Cruiserweight Classic first, and then NXT, and then right after that, it'll be TakeOver Brooklyn review. Cruiserweight Classic and NXT, I'll probably just blaze through that. Like the first 5 to 7 minutes. It'll probably end up being 7 minutes, depending on how fast I talk. I want that video to go at least 20 minutes. Yeah, 20 minutes. Because I'd have the full card for TakeOver now. I also have the full card for SummerSlam. So this week's going to be a pretty busy week. And then Sunday you got SummerSlam. The day before, Saturday, you got TakeOver Brooklyn. 5 parts for this week's Raw and Uncut. Yeah, it's going to be a busy week for the podcast, man. It really is. But anyway, we're not talking about that shit right now. We're talking about Monday Night Raw. I want to talk about Monday Night Raw, but for the sake of the podcast, I have to. I mean, I don't really have to, but I'm forcing myself to, basically. Anyway, we'll start off with Seth Rollins in the earlier today segment. Outside the arena, waiting for the Demon King, and at this point, I knew that they were going to waste away an appearance by the Demon King. Why are they calling him the Demon King anyway? It's like they're really trying to alter his alter ego. Don't change shit. The way they had him in NXT, keep it that way. Don't change a damn thing. It's the one thing that pisses me off about the main roster and NXT stars coming up, being called up to the main roster. They like to change a lot of shit. And I know for a fact that they're going to change Ember Moon when she comes up to the main roster. Which won't be for the next couple of years. But when she comes up to the main roster, they're really going to fuck her up. I already know. They're going to ban the old face. Because you know WWE is real strict on moves like that, man. I mean, look at Seth Rollins. They banned the fucking curb stomp, which is one of the best fucking finishers that we've had in 2015. They banned that move, and now you're stuck using a weak ass pedigree. Only thing positive I can say about that ugly ass pedigree is that he does it the way Triple H used to do it before, you know, he changed it up, you know. He holds your arms and he doesn't let go until your face hits the mat. He does the old school pedigree, which still just doesn't look right. But anyway, after that, we got Rusev in the ring, holding Raw hostage until Roman Reigns apologizes. Mick Foley comes out and tries to make peace with Rusev and says that last week he had the time, this week is everybody else's time. So get out of the ring now and stop wasting people's time. And Rusev said that he lied to Mick Foley last week about him being the greatest intermanager in all of mankind. And he pretty much spoke the truth about Roman Reigns. I mean, he was wasting our time until he said what he said about Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns doesn't deserve this. He didn't do anything to earn a shot at my U.S. Championship. And he's absolutely right. Roman Reigns got handed the title shot. Why? Because he's Samoan. And he's The Rock's cousin. That's why he got the United States Championship title shot. No, he didn't do it. He didn't get a match for it. Unfortunately, he did get a match for it. He got a match for it later on in the night against the champion himself. And he beat the champion. So now he's an number one contender for Raw this time. Whatever, man. Whatever. That's pretty much that whole segment. Then you got Sami Zayn. I'm not even going to talk about Stephanie. I don't really like Stephanie all that much. She's annoying. Just playing. But anyway, next we got Sami Zayn. I'm going to say Seth Zayn or Sami Rollins. Next we got Sami Zayn versus Sheamus. Decent match. Cesaro called Sheamus the match, and Sheamus got hit with a Helluva Kick. That's pretty much it. Honestly, I can care less about this fucking feud. But, kind of take that back because Mick Foley, after the commercial, Cesaro and Sheamus backstage fighting, and they got a whole bunch of referees breaking them up. Mick Foley gets between these two and starts yelling at both of them. Instead, we're going to settle this once and for all. So starting at SummerSlam, you two are going to be in the best of 7 series. Now, my only issue with this is that I'm afraid that we're going to get the same match for 7 matches straight, and they're just going to trade off victories back and forth, 50-50 booking and shit. Sheamus gets one victory, and then Cesaro gets another, and Sheamus gets the other, and then Cesaro gets the other. Just back and forth like Baron Corbin and Dolph Ziggler, or Kevin Owens and Dolph Ziggler. It's the same old shit over and over and over again. What they should do, which I'm pretty sure they will, but they probably won't, what they should do is take the TNA route and do what they did with the Motor City Machine Guns and Beer Money back in 2010, before this whole 10-10-10 shit, before, it was 2009 actually. This is before Hulk Hogan came in and fucked everything up. Hulk Hogan and Mick Foley, they killed TNA for me. Calling Impact Wrestling and changing all the colors and shit. I miss it when it was red. I hated it when it was blue, man. Only thing good going on in NXT right now is the X Division, if you ask me. I'm still not really fond of everything else that you're doing outside of Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy. It's not the only thing that I care about right now. And EC3. Everything else, don't get fucked. I'm thinking about watching TNA again, though, because Monday Night Raw, if they're going to keep this shit up, then looks like you won't be getting any more Raw reviews if they keep this shit up. I know I said that doesn't matter how good or bad the shows are. I'm going to review it anyway. I'm thinking about reviewing TNA instead. Just saying. Anyway, I hope they take the Motor City Machine Guns versus Beer Money route and just have them have different kinds of matches each week. 1 week they have 2 out of 3 falls, another week they have a ladder match or a TLC match or some shit. Another week they have 3 stages of hell and a steel cage and then Hell in Cell or whatever. Do something like that. Or have them, instead of wrestling each week on the same show, have them wrestle at every pay-per-view. That is what makes sense. So they have the first match at SummerSlam, then the next match they have that Clash of the Champions. I'm thinking that's the next pay-per-view. Unless Hell in Cell is next. I don't fucking know which pay-per-views after Backlash. But the next Raw pay-per-view, have them wrestle at every pay-per-view. Have their match at every pay-per-view. Don't let them touch until the pay-per-view. That would be the only way that I could care about this match a little more than how much I care about it now. Meaning I don't give a fuck right now. Don't have them touch until the pay-per-view. You have them fight from time to time, but don't have them have any matches. If you are going to have them have matches on every Monday Night Raw until the pay-per-view, have them have different types of matches. Other than that, don't have to touch it all. I'm just saying, man, I'm pretty sure that they're going to do the 50-50 booking route. Just have them have regular singles matches every fucking week. Don't nobody want to see that, man. That'll bore the fuck out of us. And it'd be so close to becoming the hashtag get off my TV type of match, man, for real. Anyway, after that we got Jericho backstage. That's what they're calling him now. They made an interview by Tom Phillips, and the funniest thing about this interview is that they call Tom Phillips every name in the book except for his own name. Instead of calling him Tom, they call him Tim, they call him James, they call him Johnny, they call him John. They call him all kinds of shit. I don't remember every name that they came up with, but it was fucking hilarious, man. It reminds me of Jericho making fun of Michael Coleman, calling him Mitchell Coleman and some shit. But that's exactly what it reminds me of. This shit is hilarious. And it's nice to see a comedy side of Kevin Owens once in a while. You know, it doesn't make sense to be serious all the time. You show a lighter side from time to time. Anyway, and I wonder how hard it was for Tom Phillips to keep a straight face. And you could tell how hard it was for Kevin Owens to keep a straight face. He down there laughed. Just looking at him, man. Anyway, after that, we got New Day versus the Dudleys before the match even happened. You got Dr. Gallows and Dr. Anderson making dick jokes again. Same shit from last week. Talking about Big E's nuts. After the match at SummerSlam, I hope this is the last time that Gallows and Anderson even touched the New Day. I thought that they were going to be serious with the Bullet Club once they debuted in WWE. No, they made them a fucking joke. They did it with AJ Styles and now they're doing it. Well, they did it with Gallows and Anderson first and now they're doing it with AJ Styles. Some people in the comments might disagree. For those of y'all that might disagree, maybe y'all forgot what they did on that one Monday Night Raw. Don't remember which Raw it was. It was a couple weeks ago. Actually, it was last month. Where the New Day was feuding with the Wyatt family. The Final Deletion ripoff. Man, it wasn't really a Final Deletion ripoff. TNA and WWE ripped off each other, but still, it was a ripoff. AJ Styles was on the mic, and he looked at Xavier Woods like he was in a trance or some shit. Was, oh, that's Bray Wyatt! That's Bray Wyatt! Oh, you were scared. You were scared. Oh, we ain't kindergarten or we grown-ass men. They're making these dudes childish. And then this beat-up John Cena shit. That's fucking stupid, man. Be serious. Fuck this comedy. This is not sports entertainment. This is pro wrestling. Of course, WWE is sports entertainment. But still, it's professional wrestling. I know it's entertainment, but goddamn, give us more wrestling than entertainment. That's all we ask. Yes, I'm a smart mark and I'm proud of it. Just saying. Sorry about the little rant. I just had to get that off my chest. Anyway, New Day defeated the Dudleys. Miscommunication again. Just break away the Dudleys, man. They're not worthy of being a tag team anymore, man. They're boring now, man. They're boring. They're not doing shit with them. They're not. Devon is not the way he used to be over the years, man. Just have him retire and have Bully Ray, Bubba Ray, just go out and be the best heel he can be. Just bring the Bully Ray character to WWE, man. But then again, if Devon stays in the company, where's that leave him? Does he become Reverend Devon again and join the New Day? I can't even imagine Reverend Devon just reading the Bible and shit and then starts gyrating with a unicorn horn on his head. Chanting New Day rise. That'd be funny. Embarrassing, but funny. But bring the Bully Ray character, man. Bring the Bully Ray character. Just have Devon retire because Bully Ray, Bubba Ray, he has a lot left in the tank. No, funny, tank. Wrong thing to say. But still, Bubba Ray has a lot left in the tank. Do what he did with TNA, but with the WWE flavor, as long as they don't change too much. You know, have him bully cruiserweights. You know, that'd be the best thing to do with Bully Ray at this point. Have him bully all the cruiserweights. You know, do what Ryback did, but actually have us care. Because when Ryback was doing that shit, nobody gave a fuck. Everybody was chanting hashtag. Well, nobody was chanting, but in spirit, everybody was chanting hashtag get off my TV. I mean, even Baron Corbin did it better than Ryback on SmackDown last week. Baron Corbin was beating the shit out of Kalisto, and then he grabbed him by his neck and picked him up and put him on the wall. He said, that's what costed me my Intercontinental Championship. You know what would have been even funnier is if he stuck his little ass in a locker You know? Jock versus Larry, yo. That would have been fucking hilarious, man. Would have been better than anything Ryback ever did as a bully. Just saying. And even Brock Lesnar would play a good bully. He looks like he looks like he could be a bully. I mean, his name is Brock, right? And then he's big and buff. He's a white boy in his Anyway, enough of that shit. After that, we got Rollins still looking for the Demon King. And he comes across Adrian Neville. Adrian Neville says that you don't want to go against the Demon King. You know, I've been in the ring with the Demon King and you haven't. He's something unlike anything I've faced before, is basically what he said. Rollins said that he's not scared and he's going to continue looking for him. That's basically all he said. Paraphrased. And then we got Nia Jax versus Rachel Levy, who is actually Delilah Doom from Victory Pro Wrestling. It's an independent promotion in Texas. I don't remember which part of Texas, but it's an indie promotion in Texas. She's fucking adorable, man. I like Rachel Levy. And the way she talked on the mic before the match, like she seemed so confident talking about the Olympics and shit. I don't know why she talked about the Olympics. What the fuck does the Olympics have to do with this match? But still, she was confident, man. And I like that about her. She reminds me of Leva Bates a little bit, though. Remember Blue Pants? That's what she reminds me of. But Nia Jax beat the shit out of her. She pushed her ass out of the ring, took a nasty spill, and then she hit her ass with the new finisher. It looked sloppy this week, the finisher, but she worked on it, man. She worked on it. At least she ain't doing that leg drop. Leg drop was kind of weak. But considering how much she weighs, 275 pounds, 6 feet tall for a female, bro. Heavy ass leg drop. But anyway, after that we got Brock Lesnar and Paul Heyman coming out to hype Lesnar versus Orton at SummerSlam. And of course, Heath Slater interrupts, talks about his kids, and talking about being the hottest free agent to not be signed by Raw or SmackDown. And Brock Lesnar took the mic and said, hey, I don't give a shit about your kids. Shows how uncensored Brock Lesnar really is. I love the fucking line. And of course, Heath Slater took that to heart and tried to throw a cheap shot and got his ass suplexed. Took an Uber to Suplex City and they got F5'd and kicked out of the ring. And they continued to do what they was doing. They tried to shut him out the first time and he was like, hey! And that was sorry. A little bit of James Brown. I didn't mean to do it like that, but you get what I was trying to say. I don't like yelling. I really don't. It's too late for that shit at the time. It's 1:22 in the goddamn morning, bro. I'm gonna watch JD's review after this. Watch him tear the show to shreds, like he always does, the best way he could. And then I'm gonna watch Joe Cole's review. But anyway, they finished hyping up the match at SummerSlam. Now it's Randy Orton's turn, because he hasn't done it yet. All he did was an RKO, and that was it. I wonder what he's gonna do tomorrow on SmackDown. Can he do something to top that? He probably won't, but should be something entertaining. Maybe he'll cut the promo of his life. Actually, he started the shit. He started it at Battleground, actually. Jericho asked him, why is he facing Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam? He said, this is my first big match back. Can you imagine my first big match back being against Fandango? Cheap shot. Then he said, no enhancement needed. Another cheap shot. And he talked about Suplex City, this Suplex City, and talked about Viperville. Another cheap shot. That's 3 strikes. So yeah, he started. Brock Lesnar fires back, Orton fires back, Lesnar fires back again, and now it's Randy Orton's turn. We'll see what happens. After that, we got Big Cass versus Kevin Owens. Big Cass defeats Kevin Owens via DQ. That's about it. They want to protect Kevin Owens, obviously. Then we got Rusev backstage beating the shit out of Roman Reigns, and he literally beat the shit out of Roman Reigns, and Roman Reigns slapped the shit out of Rusev. I mean, you heard that shit. Like the slap that he usually does with throat thrust, he slapped the shit out of him. Rusev beat the shit out of Rusev. Rusev beat the shit out of Rusev. Rusev beat the shit out of Roman Reigns and threw him over a table, and they broke up the fight. The referee, security, and shit. Then we got the Shining Stars versus Primetime Players. I thought we were past this, man. Only thing good that came out of this was signs of a heel turn by Titus O'Neil. I wish it would have been Darren Young to turn heel, but Titus O'Neil, if this means that he's going to get a legit heel push this time, instead of being buried immediately like he did 2 years ago. Remember when he turned heel the first time and he entered the Royal Rumble, he said, I'm going to throw all y'all out. All y'all. Got in the ring, got thrown out in 3 seconds. He was married 2 years ago, man. He turns heel this time for real this time. And they give him a legit push. I'd be up for it. But where does that leave Darren Young? Who knows? You know, Darren Young might be... I don't know. I feel sorry for Darren Young, man. I was saying this in last week's review. The only way this make Darren Young great again gimmick, the only way that would get over for real is if he turned heel. I mean, they were heels and they were primetime players the first time, and they were over as fuck. And Darren Young's a great heel. Turn him heel. You're not going to regret it, man. There's so many people right now that need to turn heel. I can think of at least 10 people off the top of the dome that need to turn heel right now. Not going to say because then it wastes too much time, because we're only not 20 minutes in now. Anyway, there's another miscommunication, of course. Titus O'Neil came in the ring, hit Darren Young with Clash of Titus, and that was it for that. Shining Stars, really. Fuck this, fuck about the Shining Stars. They're nothing without Carlito. Next we got Neville. I'm just saying Neville, I'm not going to say Adrian Neville anymore, because it just bothers me that they constantly change people's names and shit. What the fuck is wrong with Adrian Neville? Why just Neville? That sounds so gay. Anyway, Neville versus Jinder Mahal. Jinder Mahal making his re-debut on the main roster. And of course, they kill his momentum by making him lose. Lost the Red Arrow. Who cares? They're not going to take Mahal serious with him. Who cares? It'd just be another fucking Muhammad Hassan reject. That's pretty much what he is, though. That's what he reminds me of, Muhammad Hassan. I mean, he comes out, he does this. Muhammad Hassan did that. Next thing you know, he's going to come out with the damn theme song, too. Talking about 9/11. Being a terrorist, he's going to come out with a little headdress on, whatever the fuck it is. Then Seth Rollins calls out the Demon King, and we got the appearance from the Demon King. Rollins is out there talking shit. Darren Young gets attacked by a fan. And then the light starts flickering on and on. And then ooze starts oozing with green slime. I fucked that whole joke up. Eagle Rob was going, thinking hash sling and slasher. That's what it felt like, because the lights were flickering on and off. You know, and you heard the backwards talk, the talking in reverse. 666, Illuminati confirmed. Once the talking stopped, that is where the segment would have just been fucking awesome. But of course, they had to ruin the segment. Well, they didn't really ruin it, but they ruined it by having Finn Balor come out as the Demon. They could have stopped with Baron, just have him play mind games until SummerSlam. It's not that hard. Actually, it's not hard at all, man. Could have had the reverse talk with the lights flickering on and off, just trying to scare the shit out of Rollins. You know, do what Undertaker did with Kurt Angle. Have the ring just, you know, just have him do magical powers and just have the ring implode. You know, be completely honest, they could have ended the show with this. You could have done without Rusev versus Roman Reigns. But be completely honest, the only good thing that came out of Rusev versus Roman Reigns tonight was that Roman Reigns rightfully became the number one contender because he defeated Rusev. Anyway, good segment, but they wasted a fucking appearance, man. After that, we got Charlotte versus Alicia Fox, which ended in 2 minutes. Who the fuck cares? I spelled Charlotte wrong. Hold on. There we go. Post-match, Charlotte and Sasha Banks is on commentary. I forgot to mention that. Sasha Banks is on commentary. Charlotte and Dana Brooke, they just beat her down. They called her down to the ring. She came down to the ring and these sexy ass nuggets, bro. That ass was the only thing I could think about. That ass. And the titties. She got a nice rack, man. Not like Dana Brooke, though. Dana Brooke got the spring break titties, man. When I see spring break titties, man, when I see Dana Brooke's titties, the only thing I think of is motorboat. That was a bad motorboat. Motorboat. Yeah. Anyway. They beat Sasha down and put her in the figure 8, and that's about it. Charlotte says that she didn't say it, but she shows that she wants she has something to prove and that she wants to make a statement, no pun intended. I just fucking hate her. And then we got Rusev versus Roman Reigns, and good match wasted. And that's Monday Night Raw. That's the whole show. Nothing much to really talk about. Nothing that we're going to remember. Another pay-per-view that was lazily built. You're building up to the biggest show, not the biggest show, but the second biggest show of the year. I mean, and I should have known this was going to happen. If you poorly built WrestleMania, and then WrestleMania sucks so much dick, what makes you think SummerSlam is going to be a great show? For all I know, it's going to be 4 hours of a shit fest, pretty much. Now that I think about it. TakeOver booking will be 10 times better. With that being said, I'm going to wrap this shit up. Like a condom. I don't want this video to go too long. We're already 25 minutes in. I'm going to have to edit some shit out just so this video can be shorter, because 25 minutes and up, like the videos take forever to upload. So with that being said, I'll see y'all in a few minutes. We're going to record some reactions and some more gameplay, some more Bullet, Assassin's Creed, and GTA San Andreas. We're almost done with GTA San Andreas. We got like 20 minutes left. Probably less than that. But we're closing in on the end of that game, so we're going to finish that walkthrough before, you know, sometime before the end of this month, either by the end of this month or the beginning of next month. Who knows? But we're almost done with that, and then we're slowly but surely approaching the end of Bully as well. We're on chapter 4, one chapter left, and then Assassin's Creed, we're slowly but surely entering the third sequence. With that being said, I'm out, man. Peace. Fuck Donald Trump. Bye.